Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. Israel's ambassador to the UN, Danny Danon, will deliver a brief statement ahead of this afternoon's Security Council session. He will take your questions afterwards. If you have a question, please remember to state your name and your media outlet. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. The IPC recently published a report filled with baseless and slanderous claims against the State of Israel. Its assessment, following previous ones which have all been proven incorrect, lacks credibility. They rely on biased, prejudiced sources to recycle outright lies rather than focusing on genuine, meaningful assistance. As I have said here in the past, there are agencies dedicated to real humanitarian work, and then there are those like the IPC which prioritize smearing Israel over actually helping those in need. The IPC's report, like its previous reports, is riddled with inaccuracies by its own figures. The situation in Gaza, including in northern Gaza, has shown improvement since October. Yet, instead of recognizing this, the IPC chooses to ignore facts, pushing a narrative detached from reality and hostile to the truth. In today's session in the Security Council, I will counter the IPC's claims point by point, exposing the inaccuracy of its claims by detailing Israel's extensive humanitarian efforts across all of Gaza. I urge the Security Council and the entire international community to focus on supporting agencies that truly work to ease suffering, rather than those invested in spreading harmful propaganda. We have released mountains of evidence on the anger that Gazan civilians feel toward Hamas and Hamas's torture of civilians. The Council must listen to the cries of the Gazan people themselves, cease their obsession with Israel, and focus their energy on eliminating the true oppressors of Gaza, Hamas terrorists. Thank you.
Ambassador, it's Kamala Fall from U.S. News and World Report. There's news in the last hour or so that the new U.S. ambassador to Israel will be Mike Huckabee. Do you know him? I think I've seen a picture or two of you with him. Do you think he will move forward on a path forward with the Trump administration? What's your sense of his work in Israel?
I want to congratulate my dear friend, Governor Mike Huckabee. I think he will be a great ambassador to Israel. He's very familiar with the facts on the ground. I think he visited Israel dozens of times. He had like a yearly visit to Israel, and I had the honor to escort him. Also, after October 7th, he came, and I took him to visit the sites on Kfar Aza, Be'eri, and other locations where the massacre took place. So we will welcome him, and we will be expecting his arrival.
Have you spoken with him?
Not yet, but I will speak with him today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Abbas. Comedian Intikhabi Fard, Independent Persian. Yesterday, Prince Mohammed bin Salman calls on Israel to respect Iran's sovereignty. And also, he said an absolute rejection on Israeli attack to Gaza and Lebanon. I would like to hear your comment of these challenges. Thank you.
Well, we respect our neighbors. We know that the aggression comes from Iran. They were the one who attacked Israel with hundreds of missiles. I would advise them not to try to take advantage of the transition period. From today until January 20th, you have more than 2 months. So maybe someone in Iran thinks that he can take advantage of that, and I would advise them not to do it. We have proven that they are vulnerable. We have proven that we can target any place in Iran we wish to do so. We are a peaceful nation, but if Iran will attack us, they will see more capabilities of the IDF.
Ambassador, today the UN spokesperson said that October has seen the least amount of aid getting into Gaza this year. What do you say?
So I will share with my colleagues in Security Council the numbers we have about the trucks that entered Gaza. We will show them that we are working harder to support the humanitarian need in Gaza. Today we opened another crossing, Kisufim, which is in the center of Gaza. This crossing was closed in 2005 and it was reopened today in order to allow more aid to enter Gaza.
try to stop UNRWA's operations, how do you plan to stop its right of refugees to return?
No, first of all, we haven't stopped onward operation. We decided about what we will do in Israel, and we decided that we will not cooperate with UNRWA in Israel, but we are not controlling the activities of UNRWA. I would expect the countries here to do exactly like the US, which decided to stop funding to UNRWA, to follow the US on this, and to divert funding to other NGOs who focus on real humanitarian aid and not fostering terrorism.
But if you're not going to cooperate with UNRWA, why would the other agencies want to donate to the entity if you're not going to cooperate and hurt their operations?
No, so I think we should work and others should donate to other NGOs, WHO, UNICEF, World Food Bank, that focus on humanitarian activities and not on promoting hatred against Israel and not paying terrorists. You know, tomorrow there will be a debate about UNRWA in the fourth committee, and I intend to come there. So I recommend that you will be there tomorrow morning. And here,
Right of refugees to return?
I will allow other questions with your permission. Yes, please.
The State Department just announced they won't be exporting arms to Israel given their satisfaction of the aid coming in. What's your response to that?
Well, I welcome the statement from the State Department. We work very closely with our allies in Washington, and as I stated earlier, we did a lot. We work very hard in order to assist the humanitarian needs in Gaza, and it's challenging, Ben, because on the other side you have Hamas. So even if we allow trucks to cross the checkpoints, Hamas will hijack the trucks, and sometimes even when we do 100%, we cannot guarantee the results. But I'm happy to see that there was progress, and I'm happy to hear that statement from the State Department. Thank you very much.
Thank you.